Hi, Julia M. Spencer here, real estate advisor, investor, and enthusiast. And I just got off the phone with one of your very important clients that I consult in beginning their real estate careers. And we've been talking for a while, and I've been basically assisting her with making those first steps in the research and trying to find her first investment property to buy. So I wanted to mention a little bit two things that came out of this conversation that I thought was worthwhile to mention to all the other listeners and all the other people that are following me on the social networks, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and whatnot. So one of the things that we talked about is that a lot of times it almost feels like at least it feels that way for me, and she seemed to agree with me, is that when I purchase real estate, and I shouldn't get too involved with it emotionally, but every piece of real estate that I've ever bought, and I haven't been involved in too many transactions, there's been plenty, it always feels to me as if the property that I buy is valuable in a different sense than other than just the dollar value. And when I look at a property and I walk into a property and I inspect a property, I can see the potential. I can see, how much fixing up, how much better it's going to look, how somebody's going to feel that lives in it, that it's going to be beautiful space, that it's going to be desirable to live in, somebody's going to have a good time in there and enjoy their life. And that's the kind of property, that's how I look at properties. But moreover, instead of just looking at properties from a financial perspective, which is I think what a lot of the people do, that when you buy their programs online or you purchase their educational products online or downloadable products, or even if you go to the classes that are sometimes advertised or courses that you can take online, that a lot of people don't consider the fact that when you actually purchase real estate, and especially when you become a real estate investor, there's another really great advantage to that, which can't really be put a monetary value against it, because there's not really a monetary value of it. But just the security and the peace of mind, the safety that you own property, a piece of land with a building on it, or even if there's no building on it, a piece of land that you want to put a building on it. It's incredible what kind of peace of mind this is, that this piece of land and this building belongs to you. And in addition, when you buy my programs, when you go to my website, you get educated, and even if you learn from other experts, not just myself, and the more knowledge you gain, the easier it's going to get for you to always have a place of your own to stay in, no matter what. So even if you lose your shirt, you lose all your money, you lose your friends, your family, big financial disaster, you'll always be able to have your property. Even if you lose all your properties, just the knowledge that you have in your head on how to get properties and how to negotiate for properties, how to purchase properties, that is so valuable. And it's much more valuable than just the financial aspect of just, buying a property and fixing it up and flipping. And I think the reason why I've never really gotten into flipping very much is probably partially because of that. Because once I see how the dreams transfer into reality, for example, when I have an ugly property and then we fix it up and it starts to look beautiful and it's going to come together and it has all these features and new floors and new carpets or new fixtures, and it becomes a home versus just being a piece of real estate. You kind of do get attached to it a little bit, and then not supposed to, obviously, especially if you're a real estate investor. You're going to have to be able to let go of houses, obviously. But just the knowledge that you're able to do this brings so much value to you. It brings so much security, so much peace, and so much confidence even, that it really is not measurable with financial terms. And so from a woman's perspective, my perspective, I always advocate for clients to educate themselves and other women, but even men, on all the aspects, all the benefits that real estate can give you when you become an investor, when you invest into real estate. And it's not just the numbers, it's not just the calculations, it's the fact that you own real estate. You can live there. Even if it's not maybe the prettiest neighborhood, you could live there and you never not have a home. And a home is so much more valuable than just a building. So with that in mind, go to my website. It's www.juliamspencer.com. Sign up for my free newsletter, download your free guide to real estate investing, and I hope to see you investing soon. Thank you.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.